back with Real Estate Update and James Wedgeworth. Hey, James, I spoke to someone with South Carolina Department of Consumer Affairs. I did not know this, but people can file with them a complaint about homeowner associations or HOAs. They will look into the complaint, try to act as a mediator between the person who made the complaint and the HOA. They're going to release, well, we're taping this the end of January very soon, a report on how many complaints they got, who were the complaints against, et cetera, and so forth. That I would think that could have an impact on somebody if they look into it wanting to buy somewhere, if they see a lot of problems or complaints that have been filed, yes or no?
Yes. The way that works, and it really is probably more prominent in the villa buyers.
Right.
We have what we call the bundle, B-U-N-D-L-E, of
Bundle.
cost.
Yep.
The bundle of cost, which is usually your mortgage payment is
Yep.
usually your biggest bundle. Then the HOA fee, along with the insurance and taxes.
Right.
And the higher those HOA taxes and insurance go up, then that makes it less attractive to buy.
Yep.
Because people that are buying villas or condos or whatever you call them, a lot of times they're doing it to have a stake in the ground.
Right,
here.
right.
They love the vacation here. And their logic is, well, I can rent this out and I never make any money on the rent, but it covers a lot of my expenses.
Right.
So it's not killing me financially. In other words, the wife says, I want a condo at the beach.
Right.
Husband says, it costs too much. And she says, well, it don't cost that much. You can rent them. He goes, well, okay, I reckon it only costs X amount of money. And if you didn't rent them, it would cost XXX.
Yeah.
So that's what people do. And the insurance has gone up because of storms in Florida.
Yep.
The taxes have gone up.
Mm-hmm.
And then the HOA fees have gone up.
Yep.
Those things are putting pressure on prices. Now, when it's a good market, it doesn't affect it as much. But the market turns, those will really be problems.
Yeah.
But I see people complaining about what they call the regime fee. HOAs. Oh, I can't believe how much it is. And people ask us, you know, what's the condo fee?
Right.
How much does it cost? How much?
They want to know, obviously.
They will know.
And you were telling me too, if someone is looking to get a mortgage, what people will look into what those fees are before they'll give them a mortgage.
Okay, the way the banks work.
Okay.
Is they want to make sure that the condo association or HOA is on sound footing.
Yeah.
Okay. So what they'll do is they'll talk to the regime manager. One of the questions they ask, how many people are delinquent? And if X amount of people are delinquent, they say, not going to make a mortgage in that development.
What about reserves? That's something someone else
they
want to know.
There's actually a state law on that now.
Oh, really?
In South Carolina.
Okay.
So they're getting pretty good at making sure they have reserves, some more than others. You know, it's reserve something that most people just want to kick the can down the road, let the next owner worry about that.
Yeah, sure.
But some of these villas are getting a little long in the tooth, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've been around.
They've been around since the 70s. Most of the villas on Hilton have been here since the 70s.
Jeez.
So they need a kind of a facelift.
Yeah, and that's going to cost some money.
Of
course it is. So I find that interesting. Just so people know, if they're interested, you can go on that Consumer Affairs website with the state and take a look once that's published. It's public information for anyone to take a look.
I was unaware of that. So.
Yeah, which I think I was too until he told me.
Yeah.
So looking ahead, okay, we're taping this end of January. We've got some good things coming down the pike. The one you always talk about is the
heritage.
Yeah. So are you feeling good about 2025?
All the signs are go for 2025, you know. Interest rates are the only thing
I know.
that's
What about
not,
the mortgage rates? And
well, the mortgage rates are much higher than they've been for the last 10 or 12 years.
Yeah.
They're still lower than they historically been. But it does affect buying.
Yeah.
So the higher the interest rate is, that means you get less house.
Yeah.
Now what really affects you is the guy's got a small house. We see this every day.
Yeah.
He's got a 3% interest rate. He needs a bigger house, but the interest rate's 7%.
Yeah.
So he's paying 3 times as much because he's got a more expensive home. So what that has a tendency to do is people stay in their home longer, which affects the market because you're not turning those houses. So.
Always great to learn from you, James
Oh,
Wedgeworth.
it's such a
Thank
pleasure.
you,
Y'all
thank
do
you.
such a great service.
Listen, I want you
here.
to keep drinking those fluids. Get over that cold,
Oh,
please.
I'm
Okay.
sure I'll be fine
All right.
tomorrow, you
But
know.
we appreciate you coming in. Okay.
It's a lot of fun.
And we want to thank you for watching this edition of Real Estate Update. I'm Allie McNair.